Hi, my name is Gurmeet. I am the Head of Financial Education, Training and Capability Development for WealthTrade Malaysia. Today I am going to focus on the gold trend based on fundamental analysis and also technical analysis. Firstly, as we can see, the metal markets has actually rise up, and this is due to the CPI inflation data, which has actually been at 7.7%. This is actually helping the gold price also soar really high and ensure that the dollar has actually lowered down. Secondly, as we can see, the markets now are pricing at the 50 basis points in December. This is likely to happen. However, we will have to look at what would be the Fed decision. Thirdly, as we know, Jerome Powell has actually signaled. However, the particular signal is being taken very seriously that likely there will be interest rate which will be hiked much more higher than what is expected by the analysts. Fourth, as we can see, for the Prelim University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment, it is actually forecasted to be at 59.5, and based on the past data, it has been higher at 59.8. The trend is sideways, possibly still bullish, following the CPI data yesterday. The fundamental range that we are looking at is between 1747.50 to 1755.61. Currently, I will take you to the technical analysis, which is firstly, we will go to the investing.com. As we are able to see at the daily, we can see that at the daily we have 3 support points and we have 3 resistance points. For our support points, we have first support point is 1717.57. Our support 2 is 1705.92, and for our support 3 we have 1684.59. And if let's say we are looking at our resistance points, we can look at 1758.23. For our resistance 2 we are looking at 1770.78, and our resistance 3 would be 1791.11. These are the support and the resistance points that we have based on Fibonacci. Pivot points would be at 1737.90. Able to see here, firstly we will have to look at our technical indicators. As we can see that our technical indicators at the daily, it is actually showing us a strong buy. So what we will have to do is that we will have to check with our higher time frames in order to check what would be the trend. So what we can do is that if we look at our weekly currently, we can see that our technical indicator is also supporting a buy. And if we look at our monthly currently, our monthly is actually giving us a strong sell. So thus we will have to check more and get more confirmation. And how could we do this is that we can use another indicator which is known as linear regression. So as we can go to the linear regression at the daily, as can be seen here, the linear regression is basically showing us a downtrend at the daily. We can go and check with our weekly and our monthly as well. For our weekly, we can see that our trend is also supporting more towards downtrend. And if we go towards our monthly, we can see that our trend is basically more towards uptrend. What we could do is that we will need more particularly confirmation. So what we could do is that we could use the Bollinger Band strategy tester and also the RSI strategy tester. It is important to ensure that these two, Bollinger Band strategy tester and the RSI strategy tester, gives the percent profitable to be above 50%. So what we would do is that if we check at our daily currently for our RSI strategy, we would be able to see that we have about 67.53%, and for our weekly we have about 56.29%, and for our monthly we have about 0%. This is what we have. We know that there are 2 time frames, which is the weekly and also the daily, which is supporting more towards 50%, and the last time frame, which is the monthly, is supporting only towards 0%. And if we look forward for our Bollinger Band strategy tester, for our Bollinger Band strategy tester, we can see at our daily is about 64.43%, and if we go for our weekly, we will be able to see about 56.76%, and if we go for our monthly, we can go and see that it's about 40%. So thus, as we can see, there are two time frames which is supporting more towards downtrend based on the linear regression, and also the percent profitable is above 50%. However, as we can see, there's another factor in order for us to actually determine what would be the trend. As we understand that our fundamental range is between 1747.40 to 1755.61. We will have to see our technical analysis based on this particular range. As we know, for our resistance points that we have, our resistance points are actually above this range and also below this range. So what we could do is that we are likely to actually support the trend for bullish, and this is because the CPI data previously was actually supporting more towards the downtrend of the US dollar. So as we could see that in the Forex factory, that it is known also as a indicator in order to tell us what would be the future trend. So it is likely and possibly that the trend is still bullish, and within the range, as we can see, we can always go for the support area, which would be at 1717.54 for the support area, and we would be able to actually place our take profit at 1737.90, and let's say if you would like to have a stop loss, we can place it at 1705.02. It is very important to ensure that the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis is aligned, and it's important for us to trade within the fundamental range which is being given. Although we know that our linear regression was supporting more towards the downtrend, our percent profitable was actually supporting more towards 50%, more towards 50% in the monthly and also the weekly compared to the higher time frames. However, it is important for us to look at our fundamental range as well, where we would be able to actually place our trade in the fundamental range in order for us to be saved. Thus, we would still ensure that the trend is bullish. For any further information, kindly contact me, Gurmeet. May you have a great day.